Progress. Mm. 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 એને ખબર છે ચાલુ છે. ખબર કેમ નહીં પડતી? કેમેરો ચાલુ થશે ને બીજા ત્રણ જણ છે ગમે ત્રણ. અનમ્યુટ છે આપણે. ઓન કરીને કરું એટલે અનમ્યુટ થાય. સ્પીકરમાં વાપરવો સ્પીકરમાં ના વાપરવો તો હેડફોન કાઢી નાખો એટલે સ્પીકર વાગશે. ત્યાં કોઈ ક્વેશ્ચન હોય તો આ ડબ્બા હેન્ડ અને લખી મેસેજ ના હોય તો ચેટ અહીં તો ટાઈપ કરવાનું. વિચારતું તો કામ
Hey, hello guys, how are you? Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Hello, yes, you are audible.
Yes, all right. So guys, give me or give us a little bit of time. I mean, 2-3 minutes time, so that your other team member can join, and we will start just after 2 minutes. Okay, just be there and yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Welcome, welcome. એમના સંભળાશે તો બોલીશ એટલે
All right, guys. So let's start our today's session. I mean, this is the first session. Let's start with some guidelines or some kind of rules out there. So the thing is, whenever, yeah, most of the times you should keep yourself mute. Okay. Whenever you feel that, okay, you need to talk about anything or you need to ask me anything, of course, you can unmute yourself. You can ask me directly. This is what why we are doing this, because some background noise, we need to cancel them out. So that is why, and this the record, these sessions are recorded, so it will help us to understand everything. At the same time, whenever we are going to share the recorded session, it will be helpful to gather all those things from your end also. So that is why we are muting everyone. And if you feel that you want to unmute yourself, of course you can, you are free to do that. So that was the rule one. The second rule is, that is not exactly a rule, but if you want to turn on your camera, of course you can. But this is not necessary, to be honest. Like, if you want to turn on your camera, it's up to you. If you don't want to do that, it is up to you. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to turn on your camera or something like that. No, there is no hard and fast rule for that, and we are not going to force anyone to turn on your cameras. Even I'm not going to do that. So that is the rules and regulations is concerns. The next thing, before moving forward towards our session, let me introduce myself. I'm Rahul. I'm going to be there for upcoming 14 sessions out there. I think you already have those sessions. I mean, those schedules you already have. Uh, there can be some changes towards the end of it. I mean, the last 2 weeks of December, the Christmas holidays and all, I won't be there in US. I have to travel down for my some business trips out there. So I have to travel down to my client's location for on-site things. So I have to go there. So maybe there will be some changes. Obviously, this is not confirmed yet. So we will let you know. That is not a problem, and we will reschedule the things, and we will let everyone know. And based on your availability, we will schedule another session. So that is not a problem. We will let you know because it's not confirmed yet. All right. So as per my introduction is concerned, so I'm Rahul. I have 13 years of experience as a business analyst working over this industry. I worked in many companies, to be honest. Many domains like real estate, many domains like construction, finance, HR, or healthcare domain. I worked in most of the domains. I worked in many companies to work. I worked with. What else? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my 13 years of experience with you. What mistakes I did in during this 13 years. Obviously, I'm going to share with you so that you can learn from those mistakes. At the same time, we will have some practical experiences, practical project experiences. Of course, not in the initial days. Of course, whenever we have 10 sessions covered, then only we will have some practical project experience and all. So obviously, we will cover that. Apart from that, what else? Okay, there is nothing as such. Okay, so now how we are going to proceed over here? Now we will proceed. I'm going to share my screen. We already have some presentations ready. Obviously, you will have those presentation in advance. Maybe tomorrow morning you will have the session number one, two, three presentations. Today, you don't have the presentation for session one, obviously, but moving forward, you will have those presentation in advance with you, and it will help you to know what kind of things we are going to discuss today. So today we are going to discuss something, some basics about business analyst and all. We will discuss like what business analyst is going to do, what is going to be your roles and responsibilities, how you can do that, everything we will cover one by one. So I'm going to share my screen. Our presentation is ready over here. Any point of time, whenever you feel that okay, you have some questions, okay, what you can do is you can unmute yourself, you can ask me immediately. That is not a problem. I'm going to ask you some repetitive questions, like if you have any questions, doubt, concerns, you can tell me. So those kind of questions I'm going to ask you repeatedly after completing every agenda or every slide, after completing every session, and before starting up every session, I'm going to ask you this very questions, like if you have any doubt, any concerns, those kind of things. So you have the opportunity to asking me questions. The next thing that I want to highlight over here, that is the recorded sessions. Yes, of course, these sessions are recorded. So we will share you the recorded session so that at your home you can go through them, and it is going to be your asset moving forward whenever you're preparing for any kind of interviews or any learning opportunities or anything for learning process. You want to go through those recordings, of course those recordings will be with you, and we are going to we will share those things over email. You will have those emails after completing every session. So these are mostly the process, these are mostly the my introduction part and what we are going to do now. One by one, I would like to have your introduction from your end so that we can come to know what is your background. No, I mean, introduction doesn't mean that you have to tell me everything about you. I want to know, like, what is your background in terms of education, in terms of like work experience, if you have. Um, and one more question that everyone needs to address over here, that is why you want to be a business analyst. Okay, all right. So I'm going to start with Rajesh. Rajesh, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, basically, yeah. As you know, like my name is Rajesh. Recently, 1 year back, I got graduated from UIS, which is University of Illinois Springfield. And the coming to the experience part, I don't have the experience in the IT field, but I have the experience in like esports. Like I worked as a manager and an analyst in the esports industry.
Okay, all right, makes sense. And why you want to be a business analyst?
Yeah, that makes sense because the major I took in graduation is like a management information systems, which is more
Mm-hmm.
kindly related to the business industry, as well as the coming to this particular role, the business analyst is because I have experience as an analyst, but not directly compared to the IT field, but it helps
Hmm.
me guide in my future. And also, I studied my master's in management and information systems, so it makes sense for me. That's the reason I was into it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, all right, makes sense to me also. All right,
Yeah.
Anusha, can you hear us?
Yes. Hi, Rahul. How are you doing? Um,
Yeah, I'm doing well. It's quite a bit hectic afternoon for me. Yeah, go ahead.
right. Yeah. So, hello all. This is Anusha Vardarajan, and so I have graduated from Virginia Commonwealth University, Richmond, past like in 2023, and I've been working as a part-time role as a marketing analyst. And yeah, my major is into marketing management, international marketing management. So. As far as experience, yes. Back in India, I do have like a couple of internships done ahead, and then I pursued my master's. So I am much interested as a BA because, with respect to the courses or like subjects which I had handled during my uni, it was pretty interesting, and I had analytics in it as well, so marketing analytics. But then I thought, why not shift into, as a business analyst? I did handle
Mm-hmm.
a couple of job roles back in my internship and in my current role. So I'm looking for a full-time job. And yeah, I thought it would be much more versatile for me to, indulge into like with marketing and as a BA. So why not combine it
Yeah.
and, have a
Yeah.
go ahead? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We will learn some kind of tools which will help you in
Mm-hmm.
your professional field where you can analyze those data and you can come to a conclusion like what kind of things you want. I mean, decision making abilities we can provide you through any kind of visualization, dashboarding things. So obviously
Right.
we will learn that and it will help people. Okay, all right. Thanks,
Yeah.
Anish,
Thank you.
Anusha. Okay, Kinnari, can you hear me?
Hello, hi Rahul. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yes. Hi all. My name is Kinnari Raval. So I did my bachelor's in homeopathic medicine and surgery, and then after I did my post graduation in business analysis. And I have had like 2.5 years of business analyst experience back in India. So I'm quite aware of all the business analyst tools like SQL, Power BI, dashboards in Tableau, analysis that like analysis of the data. So I have been aware of those tools of the business analyst. Currently, I have been doing one internship as a business analyst in Excel IT solution. And I'm always like looking for like analyst role because this analyst role, business analyst role, quite like this is my passion, I would say. And Yes, that's why I'm looking for like full-time role. Actually, I have been doing one internship here, but I'm looking for full-time role as a business analyst. So yeah, that's my uh, uh,
Okay.
introduction. Yes.
All right. So it's quite helpful for me to understand everything.
Mhm.
Obviously, yes. Last but not least, Rashmi. Rashmi, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I basically have done my human resource post graduation back in India, and I have around 10 years experience into human resource. And moving back to US, I'm basically looking to make my career in HR business analyst. Since I have
Okay.
lot of experience in human resource, I thought exploring the market over here since I'm working in a non-IT field now, and I'm looking for some growth opportunities. I think I can align with the business analyst into HR vertical. So that's why I'm here to learn and grow and train
Yes,
myself.
of course.
Yeah.
Even I am here to learn from you guys. It doesn't mean that, okay, so whenever you are in a team, the learning curve should be there in both ways. It should be like both two-way communication. Of course, I'm going to learn something from you. Of course, I'm going to share my thoughts, my experience in these 13 years. What are the things that I have learned? All right. Sonam, can you hear me? Sonam, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So I am Sonam Patel. My education is Master of Philosophy in Biotechnology. In 2013, I completed that in India. After that, I do as a job in assistant lecturer in biochemistry is 2 years, and then I not do job anything to carrying my kids and family life. Then 2023, I came in US and start in Magna International Company as a operator, and then as a quality, I hire in quality as an quality inspector. I am working now in quality inspector, so I have no experience about this business analysis. So that's
Yeah, no
it.
problem, Sonam.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
So, yes. So, to be honest, guys, I was expecting some answers like, okay, the business analyst is these days this is a booming job opportunity. So, I want some job. So that is why I want to learn something about business analyst and I want to get immediate job. So I was expecting some answers like that. I am kidding, guys. No worries. Okay. So the thing is, of course, there is a bit of open market for business analysts. That is correct. At the same time, the competition is also there. So the competition is going to be cutthroat over here. And let me tell you something about our courses, how we are going to proceed over here. So we are working in a team, right? So in that team, I know Kinnari, she's having some sort of experience about business analyst, and with the other hand, we have Sonam. She doesn't have any kind of experience. So what we are going to do is we are going to start from the beginning. So maybe Kinnari, you will feel sometimes that you know everything about those kind of things. Sometimes it will be there. Sometimes we will learn something new. So we will proceed with that. So, guys, whenever you feel you have any doubt, any concerns, any questions, please let me know immediately so that those confusions can be cleared from day one.
Yeah, I have a question, Rajesh.
Mhm. Rajesh.
Yes. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay, all right, no problem. This is day one. To be honest, I'm really poor at pronouncing names. So, yes, go
Okay,
ahead.
no problem. Okay, my concern was, you are going to give us training on HRBA, or is it like BA domain in anything?
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that.
Okay, all right.
Kinnari, if you have any questions.
Yes, that's the same question. Like in you say that you have experience, 13 years of experience in healthcare industry and the insurance industry, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my question. That which domain
Okay.
this training will be like,
Okay.
right?
Let me answer that. Let me answer that. So to be honest, we are not going to focus any domain. Okay.
Okay, okay,
If you
yeah.
just give me a minute time. Okay, I just got a call from the administrator. Someone is going to join. Okay, let's start our session one by one. Okay, so to be honest, we're not going to focus on any particular domain. Of course, I'm going to share my experience. Like if there is any necessary, I feel, of course, I'm going to do that. But to be honest, we are not going to focus in any particular domain. So the first thing I would like to mention over here that is, okay, so you can raise your hand. I can see that right now, but whenever I'm going to share my screen, I won't have the access to see who is talking or who is raising their hand. So to be honest, like you can raise your hand if you have any healthcare experience. who is having healthcare domain experience? Okay, all right. If you don't have, that is not a problem. Okay, so have you ever heard the terminology HIPAA? HIPPA.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
you know, Rajesh, I mean, Kinnari, Rajesh, you know how complex it is, right? GDPR, HIPAA compliances. So to be honest, like when I started healthcare project or healthcare domain work, to be honest, I don't had any idea about it. But what I need to do is I need to learn those things. Even from now also. If you ask me to start in a new domain or anything new, obviously I will the first person in the queue who is standing over there to learn new things. So don't restrict yourself in any particular domain. Of course, if you have expertise, that is good. You have some upper hand over there. But if you ask me, Rahul, so I'm going to open myself in any domain. Okay, we do have for Rashmi, we do have some healthcare domain, not exactly healthcare, sorry. We do have some HRBP project where we need to prepare some kind of a Power BI dashboard, and we need to manage some SQL databases. Through that, we need to populate some reports over there. So lots of things we worked in that particular HRPP project. But to be honest, I didn't restrict myself. So I was not aware like what kind of HR compliances should be there, what kind of things can be managed, all those things. So to be honest, guys, if you want to grow, please don't restrict yourself in any kind of domain specific candidate. Okay, if you have the opportunity, open your third eye, open the learning curves. You should be always there. So someone asked me in my previous batch, someone asked me like, Rahul, what is your age? So I immediately asked that particular person why you want to know my age. See, to be honest, I don't have any problem to share my age, so that is not a problem. But I want to know why you want to know my age. So that particular person mentioned me like he has some kind of concept like um, after 40, after 40 people is not going to get any kind of jobs. I ask him like from where you are getting this kind of myth or this kind of wrong information. See, to be honest, if you are not skilled employee or if you don't have those skills, you are not going to get job even if you are in your 20s. It's not going to help you out. Oh, just give me a minute time, guys. Okay, so one of your team members is going to join shortly. Even that person name is also Rahul. All right. So yes, so that is why we are not going to focus, to be honest, in any domain specific work or any domain specific things. What we are going to do is we are going to have a detailed discussion and basics of business analyst. So the last last thing that I'd look mention over here. So to be honest, obviously I have obviously I'm attending some interview sessions, not exactly interview, like I'm taking some interviews for my present organizations. So you can see me,
Your voice is
obviously if there is
breaking.
a yeah, my voice is audible, right?
Yes, now it's audible.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
all right. Okay, so maybe there will be some kind of situations like that, like you can see me in the opposite chair in the interview session. So I'm conducting interviews to a regular basis. And if you ask me, Rahul, like what is your expectations, like whenever you are attending any kind of business analyst interviews? So my expectation is, what are the skill set that a business analyst should have? You should have those experience, not exactly experience, but you should have those knowledge first. So if I'm hiring you as a cook, you should know how to cook. Like if you don't know how to clean up those utensils, that is not a problem for me. But the basic skill set that you need, if I'm hiring a cook, the basic skill set that you should have, that is a cook skill set, right? You should know how to cook food. If you don't know how to clean up the utensils, that is, I can manage for now at least. But for now, the basic skill set that we need, that is a basic skill set or the primary skill set, the core skill set of a business analyst. Make sense, guys?
Yes,
Yes.
Rahul.
All right. By telling that, let me share my screen quickly. There is a problem in, just give me a minute time. There's a problem in Teams that it's not allowing me to start the animation in. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know if it is visible.
Yes, Rahul.
All right. So we are going to start our discussion on the basic business analyst roles, responsibilities, and the history, journey, those kind of things we are going to discuss today. So, to be honest, like from where we started all the industrial work, to be honest, this business analyst profile was not there initially. Okay. But why all of a sudden we need a profile called business analyst, and what was the primary skill set when it started? So, to be honest, management or the people, the management, the managerial positions, people feels that we need a positions. Okay, someone is knocking my door. Someone just come here. My screen is still visible, right, guys?
Yes, Rahul.
Yes, Rahul. Yes.
Okay, all right. So, um, whenever we are starting any project, so we are planning for the project, right? Like this is going to be the tenure, this is going to be the I mean the revenue, or this is going to be the loss, or whatever it is. We are planning accordingly, right? So in the similar way, whenever, I mean, just imagine 30, 40 years earlier when we started our project. So we are planning like that. Let's suppose we are planning to have 100 bucks revenue from our current project. But when we completed the project, we noticed that it's not even 100, it's not even 70, it's coming down to 10, 15 bucks. So we are planning for 100. Of course, if it is 100, we are planning for 100, 90, 70, 50 is fine. But we are getting revenues for 10 bucks or 20 bucks or 15 bucks even. So what's the problem? Okay. So to identify the problem, we identified lots of problems out there. The mainly problem is communication with the client. Okay, gathering the requirement is the major problem over here. So gathering the problem, understanding clients a problem, client's requirement, and project it to the team so that the team should deliver the work. The business analyst should, I mean, the business analyst the job role is to gather the requirement, work with the client, understand the requirement from the client, and share the same with the team so that everyone in the team can understand what the requirement is and how they can proceed. Am I making sense, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
So from day one, the skill set or the job role that is defined for business analyst, that is work with the client, maintain the communication with the client, gather the requirement, and dictate the requirement to the team. Now, whenever I'm talking about dictate the requirement to the team, that means you have to cover the documentations. So, what are the documentations we have? We have various types of documentations like BRD, FRD, SRS, those kind of things in terms of traditional approach. These days we have user story management and all. So we will discuss those kind of things in our upcoming sessions. Don't worry about it. Today's session is just an introductory session. We are just covering our introduction, what we are going to have, and basic skill set that we need to become a business analyst, and what is going to be the job role or roles and responsibilities of a business analyst. So the first thing that you need to cover, the requirement gathering. Of course, in our upcoming session, we will discuss how to gather requirement, what are the techniques, what are the challenges you are going to face whenever you're gathering the requirement. These are the things we will cover. The next thing, that is a documentation. Now, over the period of time, the management feels that, okay, a business analyst is a person who is working with the client, gathering the requirement. Now, it's better to involve the business analyst in the project execution. Why? Now, let me tell you some practical experience or practical example over here. Now, just imagine you are, um, now just imagine you are building your home. Okay, so let's suppose you are developing your home. Maybe it's going to be a 10 story building. Okay, so you have architect who is going to design the building. You have the execution team, I mean construction team, who is going to construct the project. Okay, so you shared the thoughts with your architect, and the architect designed the project, and the design is already dictated and already transferred to the execution team. But there's a gap, there's a miscommunication between your architect and your execution team. The architect person never visit the site. The architect designed the thing, and he shared the design to the execution team, and the execution team started working on that without clarifying anything. Now, there is a miscommunication. The architect didn't visit the site anytime. I mean, didn't visit the site um in 6 months, and the execution team didn't clarify any those confusion. They started their construction work, and all of a sudden, in the 6 months, what are the things they developed? They already developed maybe three store. They already constructed, and there is a huge problem with the requirement. What you need to develop, what you ask for, what architect designed, and what construction team developed, all the work is now at a loss. So being a business analyst, as you are gathering those requirements from your client, you should be there in the project execution so that you come to know, or you are the best person to tell what are the things that is developing. Is it as per the requirement, or is it aligned with the requirement or not? Am I making sense? So to be honest,
Yes.
whenever we are telling you like you have to be there in the project execution, you don't need to develop anything, or you don't need to write down any codes or anything. Like if I'm asking you, you need to be there in that construction project, you need to be there. It doesn't mean that you need to do construction work. No, we are not expecting that. Your responsibility is you need to look after that. What are the things that is developing, what are the things that we are working on? Is it as per our requirement or not? Is it aligned with the requirement or not? We cannot afford, or we cannot allow anyone to move away from the requirement, because there will be lots of losses out there. Am I making sense?
Yes, Rahul.
Any questions, anything, any concerns? What are the things that we discussed so far?
No.
No.
So over the period of time, we we have to gather requirement. You need to do the documentations. You have to work with the team. It can be execution team, design team, development team, QA team. There are lots of teams out there. We will discuss it whenever we are going to discuss in detail. Of course, in our upcoming sessions, we are going to have a detailed discussion over here. All right. So we have our new team member, Rahul. Rahul, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Yes, it's like the same name for me. All right. So
Yeah,
Rahul, can you please introduce yourself? A quick introduction.
yes. Hello. My name is Rahul Chandrasekhar. So I recently graduated as MBA from Global Supply Chain from University of Connecticut. So I'm actively looking out for opportunities as business analyst and anything in financial sectors.
Okay. All right. So let me tell you my introduction a bit. Like I am Rahul again. I have 13 years of experience. I'm going to share my thoughts, my experience with you guys. And yeah, so we already discussing the things. It is just a basic introduction session today. We are going to have a detailed discussion one by one. After 2, 3 sessions, we are going to have a detailed technical discussion about business analyst. All right. So let's come back over here. So what are the roles and responsibilities that a business analyst should have? We already discussed some of the things. There are multiple roles out there. The first role is that you have to cover. There are one kind of a role is that is a solo activity that you have to perform alone. So what are the things? These are the things like you have to gather requirement. That is a solo activity. You have to cover the documentations. That is your solo responsibility. In terms of documents, there are lots of things like RTM, requirement traceability matrix, business BRD, the FRD, we have SRS, user stories, lots of things out there. We will discuss each and everything one by one. Later on in the project execution, you have to work with the team. This is a group activity. Of course, your team, you have to work with your team, like in the design, in the development, in the QA or QC, whatever. So you have to work with the team. Next, whenever the QA is done, the UAT is coming up. So UAT, 75% of the UAT is in your court. I mean, this is the UAT is in your responsibility. So you have to cover those things up in terms of UAT is concerned. These are the things that you have to cover. Later on, if you upskill yourself, some kind of reporting, dashboarding, you can develop, but this is like in the moving forward in the future, whenever you have 1 or 2 years of experience, you can develop those kind of skill set. But if you want any advice or any suggestion from my side, what I'm going to ask you is, first grab a job. First grab a job. Next, base I mean cement your base properly. Okay, if you have a proper base, then you can develop, I mean, 10th floor, 11th floor, or maybe 20th floor, doesn't matter. Your base should be strong, right? So first, grab a job, be there for a year, and then excel your other skill sets and explore other skill set. But for that, you should have at least 1 year of experience to, I mean, if you want to show that thing in your resume, and it will be helpful for you to understand the culture, I mean, corporate culture and all. There is huge difference about the corporate culture what we have in India. If you have a work in Indian company and what we have in US, there is hell and heaven difference right there. So these are the things that I would like to mention over here, and this is the roles and responsibilities of business analyst. Any questions, guys? Any questions, concerns for me?
No, Rahul.
Nothing.
No, no, Rahul, no.
All right. So today you are not having any questions. That is fine. But moving forward, I'm expecting some questions, guys. Why? Because moving forward, day by day, we are going to have a deeper dive over there in the business analyst skill sets and all. So you should have some questions. This is there. It is not hard and fast rules that you should have some questions. Okay. All right. Let's come back over here. So far, what are the things that we discussed? Now, my question is to you, like, what are the primary skill set or what are the main skill set as a business analyst that you should have?
I think you should be a person, I mean, a BA should be able to convey your technical and non-technical aspects. Like you should be able to convey it to your client or your
Mm-hmm.
stakeholders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any other thoughts, guys? Anyone?
Yeah, should have good communication skills, should be
Mm-hmm.
a good listener, understand the
Yes.
requirement, organization's requirement, and able to get the task done from different
Yeah.
teams.
One thing you mentioned that is a good point. That is the, I mean, you should be a good listener. Whenever you have the listening power, then only you can gather requirement first. And whenever you gather requirement properly, then only your team can execute project properly, right? So that is why the listening thing is very much important. All right. So, communication. So, guys, what do you mean by communication? What do you mean by communication? And my next question is, I want to know from you, does domain knowledge matters? Of course, I'm going to share my thoughts over here too. Don't worry about it. But I would like to know from your side what you guys feel.
Yeah, domain knowledge is always a plus point, right? It will help you to understand,
Mm-hmm.
I think, the workflow, the
Mm.
process better, in a particular
Yeah,
domain than a person who is having no experience about that domain. But yes, it also depends upon individuals, learning capabilities.
yeah. Any other thoughts, guys?
Collection of specialized skill uh, and knowledge about anything, something field.
Okay. Any other thoughts, guys? Anyone? Anyone who wants to share their thoughts? Of course, the platform is open. All right. Now, yes, I completely agree with you guys. Domain knowledge is very much important. Now, as I have mentioned, like I have multiple domain experience. So there will be a situation where when I started my domain experience, right? So how I have done that? So of course, I know this is practical that I should have some sort of domain experience. Let me share you one of my experience when I started this healthcare project. So it was a escalated project, to be honest. One of my manager immediately called me and immediately asked me, Rahul, there's a escalated project. We may have uh, maybe the client is going not going to be there with us, but you need to retain that. That is your challenge. Like the client is already taken their step back. So you need to ensure that we are going to be with the client at least for 5 years in upcoming 5 years. So that was a challenging thing because the client was already frustrated. So what I did is I organized a meeting with that particular client, and for an hour, I didn't speak anything. For an hour, I was listening, listening, and listening. The client was so frustrated. I mean, just imagine when I started the meeting, the client was literally shouting. Okay. I mean, if I have those kind of measuring tool about the sound decibel, it should be something around 100, decibel. So after covering up 10 minutes, it's come down to 80. After covering up more 30 minutes, it's come down to 10. Like that, it's getting decreased. So all the frustration, he burst out at me. I was listening because I need to know what is the particular client's pain point, why he is so frustrated. What are the things that we have done from ourselves, like we make mistakes over there. So I gathered everything over there. I asked him like, okay, I didn't speak for one more than an hour. Even I'm not going to speak any more anything further in this particular meeting. Again, tomorrow I'm going to meet with you, okay, with all the solutions. Don't give me 24 hours only. Again, say again tomorrow, same time. I'm going to organize a meeting with you. Obviously, I'm going to be there alone. I don't need anyone to be there, but I'm going to give you upfront solution. So that is the thing, guys. So that was the first interaction with me with any healthcare project, with any healthcare terminology. I was not aware of anything. To be honest, I don't know what HIPAA is all about. What kind of insurance is playing the part in healthcare project? What is GDPR? I don't know anything about those kind of things. But yes, of course, in 24 hours, it's not possible to learn. Even I took more than 3 months to learn all those things. But what I did is in this 24 hours, I arranged a meeting with the previous execution team, previous business analyst who was there. I discussed everything, what kind of problem that is facing, what is going to be the best possible answer, or what is the reason behind those kind of problems. I discussed with them and I prepared a particular report. I shared everything with the hierarchy authorities in my companies, and I organize a meeting with proper solution the next very day. So in this way, you need to develop your skills, like how to deal with the client, how to listen to their problem, and how you can provide them a front solution. That is going to be a challenge for you. Okay. If you don't have any kind of domain knowledge, of course, the platform is open. You have the opportunity to learn those things. Nobody's going to stop you. And if you want to develop yourself, like as I mentioned, somebody asking me like, okay, after 40, is there any job opportunity? Of course, if you don't upskill yourself, there is no job opportunity for you, even if you're in your 20s. So the only thing that is, you need to upskill yourself, you need to learn continuously. So don't worry, guys, if you don't have any kind of domain knowledge, that is not a problem. You can learn those things in moving forward in the future. Google is one of the best platform we have. We will get lots of documentation, lots of things is going to be mentioned over there. So that is not a problem. You can do those kind of things. You can learn. These days we have ChatGPT, those kind of platform also from where you will learn all the things. All right. So as we are discussing those kind of things, what kind of tools that we are going to use? Lots of tools we have based on our requirement, based on the situation, what kind of things. Starting with, like, we are going to have done some kind of wireframing thing. What is wireframe, guys? Any idea? Do you know what is wireframe? You don't know, that is not a problem. Okay, wireframe is like like whenever you are gathering some requirement, you are going to have some hand sketch drawing for that. Okay, so you are going to do that. These days we don't have pen and pencil with paper. We are not going to sketch it out. We do have some tools. Personally, I'm using balsamic tool, and balsamic tool is one of the best tool and user friendly tool to make any kind of wireframes, and it is helping me a lot. So this is the primary tool for wireframing. We do have for documentation, so you can maintain so documentation in Confluence. Confluence is a shared profile where we can create any document and it can be shared based on the sharing rules. I mean, who can have those access, who don't have, those kind of things can be managed. Later, we have Jira, Trello, Microsoft DevOps. Based on that, you can manage your projects. Project management tool you can consider to tracking tickets. You can have those kind of things. We will have a demo project in Jira. So I'm going to provide you some access over there so that you can practice a live demo project. Later on, we have SQL database to manage database related activities. We have dashboarding thing if you want to create any kind of dashboard, anything like we have Microsoft Power BI. In Salesforce, we have Tableau. So those are the things as a tool we have as a business analyst tool you can consider. Any questions, guys? Any questions, concerns for me?
No.
No,
All
thank you.
right. So, what is the future of business analysts? So, to be honest, as I mentioned, the future is huge. The sky is the limit. To be honest, um, if you keep upskilling yourself, there is no end of it. So, guys, pull up your shocks, get ready to learn new things, and whenever there's any opportunity, be there, jump over there to learn new things. That's all. Okay, that's it, guys, for today's session for me. Do you have any doubt, any concerns, any questions for me from my today's session?
So we will get today's recording emailed to us.
Of course, yes, of course. So what I'm going to do is you will get, I mean, maybe tomorrow morning you are going to get the all the PDF file for upcoming three sessions, and I'm going to share the recording. So first thing is after completing the sessions, the recording is going to be processed, and maybe after 4 or 5 hours, it's going to be available. So tomorrow morning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download the recording and I'm going to share with you. So you will get maybe tomorrow evening or tomorrow afternoon, you will get the recordings
Okay.
for this
All
session.
right. Thank you.
All right, guys. So please go through those recordings, go through the PDF file. If you have any doubt, any concerns, you can mail me immediately if you want to have some immediate action, or if you have any doubt, you can clarify in our upcoming sessions. Thank you,
All
guys.
right.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Sure.
Have
Thank
a
you
Thank
so
you.
much,
nice
Have
Rahul.
a good day.
evening.
So much.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
You too. Bye.